What's going on, everybody? What's up, man? It's your boy King DV, and we got special guests. But before I gotta announce, I gotta give love to my co-host JC. What's going on, bro? How was your week?
Woo! Hey, man, we are 12-1. Look, best week ever. 12-1 on the road to 13-1, in my opinion. But it is what it is. I'm great, and I'm happy to see we do have two other Eagle content creators with us today. So, what's up? What is going on?
Okay, man. Oh, to my right, left, whatever. State your name, brother, and tell them where you from, man.
Man, it's your boy Cool McCain. As you can see behind me, Eagles Elite podcast all day.
Facts. Oh, Philly, what's going on? Man, no introductions needed, man. Just tell them where you from, Eagle Diva.
Gang. From North Carolina up in this BI. What's good?
Tell them about it.
Tell
them about it.
Fly Eagles fly.
Yeah,
all day. And twice on game day. Let's go.
So look, we gotta get into some roster moves that was done, man. First and foremost, our punter is actually injured. Sippos is injured, so they replaced him with Brett Kern. He's a Pro Bowler. What's your guys' thought on that? Do you think that was the right move to do, or did y'all want Britton Covey to hold field goal attempts?
I'm
just asking.
Field goal attempt.
Yeah, he held the field goal attempt.
We don't want him to do anything besides run the ball and not fumble it. That's all we want him to worry about.
And then we also released a couple guys, Auden Tate, Marquise Blair for the practice squad. Some of those guys wasn't really getting that much time. Another big roster move was the 21-day practice window for Dallas Goedert, man. How do you guys think about that? What do you guys think about that?
Hallelujah. Thank God, little baby Jesus, man. Our Pro Bowl tight end, in my opinion, is back. You know what I mean? He was arguably a top 2 tight end before he got hurt, and possibly on the road to his best season ever. We need Dallas Goedert. We saw after week 1 against the Colts how bad we was missing him, how many penalties that was being called on these tight ends. We need Dallas Goedert. In order to go a deep playoff run, we need Dallas Goedert to open up the middle for everybody else.
Cool. How about you? What you think about that?
I mean, you can't replace the talent that Dallas Goedert's had. I would like to shout out Quez Watkins, who really has stepped up in his absence. But Goedert brings a different dimension. He's a tall receiver. Yeah. He's physical. I mean, we haven't had – think about the last 4 games. We haven't had any short pitch play end up getting 20, 30 yards or touchdowns, right? Just a little baby flow to simple plays. That's what Goedert specializes in, or at least what he's been able to specialize in for us this year. So it brings another dimension back to the offense, more physicality, more size, more height, more strength, and another weapon. So whenever you can get a weapon back that's had a couple of weeks to sit, chill, and watch, think about what things he can add back to the offense, and has a good mind for the game, and everybody on the team loves him, is excited to have him back. Nothing but up.
Facts. What about you, Eagle Diva?
I'm just glad to have the boy back. You know what I'm saying? He can't nobody run a route like Dallas Goedert, especially those middle pass routes in the middle of the field. He catch him, he gone. You hear me? He gone.
Yak yards too.
Yeah. We definitely need that extra weapon back. I just think it makes us more stronger on the offense, and I'm ready to get busy.
So I agree with you wholeheartedly, but I do want to give a shout out to Cacatera and Stowe for filling in you know, with certain passes that, you know, that got us down the field.
They did.
But
They did.
Move on.
they did okay. They did okay, right? But Dallas Goedert is a different animal, man. Like he catch the ball out the backfield. He will block for your runners, things like that. Like he does a lot more than people give him credit for, you know. But we do got some an injury report. So basically, this is the injury report here. What do you guys think about that? You know, limited practice for Lane Johnson, Quez Watkins, you know, his shoulder. We're gonna need Lane, especially going against the ops, but we get on that later. Only full practice is what Karan Johnson. Blankenship did not practice, of course. What do you guys think about, you know, the injury report going forward? Do you think that, you know?
Well, the biggest thing, look, if you see below the injury report, this was a walkthrough, so this wasn't a full practice. So walkthroughs, I don't worry about walkthroughs. I mean, once we go full practice, Thursday, Friday, but so far, look, we're looking good, man. We've been blessed by, you know, so far. I mean, one injury at a time. When somebody come back, somebody else go out. But as far as everybody else, man, I think we're looking pretty good because this is the time of year, man. You know, people start really start getting banged up, but we've been blessed so far, man. So it's all good.
Yeah, and I think that for the for the injury report, I think to be that short on the walkthrough, I think that's a good sign. You know, it's not a lot of people that didn't do the walkthrough, but I understand what you're saying that, you know, we got to go through full practice, and I know Dallas Goedert is excited to go through full practice to see where he's at with it, man. But he got the 21-day window, so hopefully we can have him for the Bears game, man. If not, definitely for the op game. So we'll talk about that later. Eagles Elite, do you guys have anything that y'all want to say about the injury report?
Nah, I mean, Blankenship is. I thought it was a little worse than what was perceived. Yeah. But I mean, next man up. You know me. Next man up. Let's go.
Oh, another roster move I forgot about. Al Harris.
I was just about to take your shine.
Al Harris.
Anthony Harris. Yeah.
Anthony Harris. Just about to take your shine.
Yeah. So, yeah, he got signed. So, do y'all think that we'll see some minutes from him?
We're going to have to, because I don't think Blankenship is going to play in this game. With a knee injury, it doesn't make sense to put him back out there until he's fully healthy. I think that's why we made the move and signed Harris. It's because we needed a guy that understood the offense. I mean, you know, the defense and how we want to play. And it was better to bring in someone who's already been here than bring in somebody from the outside. And, you know, he's a talented guy. He's just not as talented as some of the other guys that we have, or the combination of pay and talent, I should say, warranted him being cut. But he's a good guy to be able to go get in, to plug in into this situation. Because, like I said, I don't think Blankenship's going to play this week either, you know, so we don't have Blankenship. You know, we're already missing other people. I don't like to say the names because sometimes it frustrates me when I keep talking about the injuries, but the starter's out too, you know. So we don't have either one of those guys. So I think bringing in Harris was the right move in the situation.
Right. And we do got weapon Y, Kayvon Wallace though. So
the only thing with Anthony Harris, man.
Anthony Harris for a reason.
Yeah, but the only thing with Anthony Harris, man, he was on the team before. Kayvon Wallace was on the team before, but they choose to cut Anthony Harris for what reason? Is Kayvon Wallace better than Anthony Harris?
He's just younger.
That's but the thing is, he wasn't making that much. He's this to the practice squad. You know what I mean? Right. So, like, if he was that good, like, why even cut him to begin with? Like, Kayvon Wallace is ass. So, if you're gonna cut Anthony Harris, how confident am I with Anthony Harris? I gotta see him play. So I gotta see him play. I'm not going through a whole party. Woo! We got Anthony Harris back because last year he showed flashes, but he's not no Chauncey or no anybody like that. So I just gotta wait and see. But thank God we have a test run right now. Test run against the Bears. A test run. So we're about to see what he can do against the Bears on Sunday.
Okay, Eagle Diva, you got anything on that? Oh no, go ahead. Cool.
Yeah, if I could just quickly retort, they cut Anthony Harris from the practice squad because they wanted to give him an opportunity to go make a team somewhere else. I guess that didn't materialize for him. So having him out there, right, that's great. And we could have kept him on the practice squad, but we wanted to give him the opportunity to go out and earn a job because he's good enough to be a starter somewhere, on someone else's defense. So I guess the timing and other factors, he didn't get picked up. And for me, let me be clear. I agree with you that this is a guy that we did cut. So I'm not expecting him to come in and play like Reed Blankenship, or CJ Jeter or any of that. See, I made me say his name. And I'm not expecting him to come in and do that, but I'm expecting him to come in and not embarrass the position and do what needs to be done. And as long as he can do that for the snaps that he's in the game, he should be able to do that better than Kayvon Wallace. And I will also agree, when I saw that he was gone and Kayvon Wallace was still there, I'm like, bro, who photos he got?
Yo, like what? But facts. Anthony Harris gets signed to the Colts, right?
It was one of those things, but he didn't play a snap
from there.
He never played the snap. He never played the snap though. He never played the snap. So what Jonathan Gannon said was that he knows the scheme that they run and everything like that. That's why they
knew the damn scheme. He still got cut.
Eagles, Steven, you got anything?
I mean, I really expect him to come in and just play the position. I don't expect him to overplay the position, but I expect him to play the position and get a few stops. It's not going to be a big game, but yeah, he better than Kayvon Wallace because
yeah. I think.
And to be honest, though, and to be fair with Anthony Harris, last year, the talent as far as the corners wasn't as great as they are this year. So he probably was asked to do a little bit more, asked to help a little bit more than this year. This year, all he has to do is just don't get burnt. Don't get burnt. You're the safety. Bradbury is going to do his thing. Slay is going to do his thing. Maddox is back. Marcus Epps been balling. So, look, you have to be at least better than Blankenship a little bit. I don't know. This guy's a rookie, and he looked like that. He should have been like starting from the jump. You know what I mean? If Chauncey wasn't there. So, we'll see, man. If we will see.
Blankenship covers so much ground, man. There was one play before he got hurt.
He fast.
Man, he came from the backfield and came in and made sure they lost yards. Like I think it was Daniel Jones. He tackled him.
That boy.
And I said, "Yo, this dude is for real. Like he's for real." But he's like
a missile.
He's like almost like a faster John Lynch, like young John Lynch, almost like that. But I want to shout people out.
Lynch. I don't know about Lynch.
I said almost.
Almost. Then you see him play 2 damn games. Man, John.
No. I'm just saying he could be. He could be. He got
that.
I'm going to give you that. All right,
he got potential. He has potential.
I'm not going to say skill-wise.
I'm
going to say motor-wise. He reminds me of Brian Dawkins. Not skill-wise, but motor-wise.
Motor-wise, yeah.
Yeah. Like he's everywhere. You know what I'm saying? He's flying around everyone. I'm not saying the skill level. I'm saying the motor. That he's constantly moving like he's all over the field. So I like that from Blankenship.
Before we get to the next topic, man, I do want to shout out some people that's in the chat. Philly is in the building. A shout out to her. Ready Red, Christmas Eve. Yeah, we all waiting on that. But we got some business to take care of first.
Mm-hmm.
What's that? ECI football. ECI football. What's going on, brother?
Eagles champ. What's up, Eagles champ? That's who that is. Eagles champ.
Nina. Oh, that's Eagles champ. Okay, got you. Nina, man. Look, she's always here with us. Green Bay Packer queen, man. He always.
Hey, she's an Eagles fan, by the way. Hey, you know what?
Look, always holding us down.
She's an Eagles fan. She converted to an Eagles fan throughout the year. Been watching me do play-by-play, and she is now a honorary member of the Philadelphia Eagles. She's been, blessed to come on board. It's okay. We have plenty of applications out there, folks. If your team is ass, if your team is garbage, if you are out of the playoffs, you have no hope, we have applications for you. Just come on board. We will welcome you. This is the city of brotherly, sisterly love. It doesn't matter who you are, unless you're a Cowboys fan, get the hell off the wagon. But besides that, everybody else, come on. Hey, we'll show y'all some love.
Green Bay Packer Green, there's no way that can happen. We could be in a NFC championship if y'all win out and something happens to the rest of the teams, but it can't happen like that.
They can't make the playoffs.
The Green Bay Packers are not going to make the playoffs, so
No,
we don't even have to worry about any of that.
Period.
I do want to talk about this a little bit. Defensive player of the week, man, Brandon Graham. That's my guy. I've always been rocking with Brandon Graham. A lot of people don't want to sign him back, but he's having a great year. He's been healthy, especially because we got the depth to keep him not playing so many reps. What do you guys think about this?
I'm not trying to go. Go ahead.
Go ahead, bro.
Hey, it's Brandon Graham. I'm saying, like, when you epitomize the Eagles player, this is one of the guys you think of. I'm not going to sit there and act like he's the most explosive guy. He's the best player ever in his position, but he fits exactly what he needs to in Philadelphia. He's a dog. He gets at the sacks. He's in the rotation. He doesn't mind that sometimes he's not the guy. He doesn't mind that some games he may not get the opportunities because he's being keyed on. He plays his part. When his opportunities come, he takes them. This was a week where opportunities came and he did what he was supposed to do. That's what a consummate professional does. That's what an Eagles player is. Not a selfish crybaby that's running around worried about other teams and not his own.
Facts. Oh, we gonna get in that. We gonna get into that. Anybody else?
I mean, BG is BG. He all Philadelphia. Like, he does a lot for the city. And the fact that my man tore his Achilles and he came back running like he was 5-10 years ago, running around the field, getting all types of sacks. Like, what else can you say about BG? BG has always been a jewel to Philadelphia, and I'm just glad that he decided to come back and give us some good juice because he been balling.
Look, man. Hey, BG, number 55 on the field, but number 1 in my heart, okay? So, look, I'm telling you right now, BG is arguably, I would say, the third best defensive end, in my opinion, in Eagles history. Reggie White, Trent Cole, and I think BG might be that other guy. I can't think of anybody else. This dude is, like, his first 5 years, man, 5 years in, he was not BG. And then 5 years hit, and then ever since then, he's been that dude. I mean, one of the oldest players to get 3 sacks in a game. I mean, this dude is nominee for Walter Payton Award. I mean, this dude, he does so much more, than just play on the field. He's the heart and soul on that defensive line. Even Fletcher Cox said it last year. He wasn't used to playing without BG. So, like regardless of what anybody think, I feel like that Brandon Graham should retire at Philadelphia Eagles. He wants to come back. He even said it. He has 1 more year. If he's not with Philadelphia Eagles, he will go somewhere else. But he wants to play 1 more year for the Philadelphia Eagles, and then call it quits. But definitely, man, you cannot give enough kudos for Brandon Graham, man. With 8.5 sacks, this dude is 1 sack away from his career high. With 4 games left, he will definitely be in double-digit sack. He should definitely, at least be in the Pro Bowl. I'm telling you, if the Eagle front 4, everybody's not in the Pro Bowl, then there's something wrong, man.
Facts, man. Yeah, I'm a big BG fan, man. He's one of my favorite Eagles of all time. I got him number 2 actually at best DE, behind Reggie White.
What, Trent Cole didn't make your list?
I just want to say, man, it's Trent
No,
Cole.
Trent Cole.
Very sexy,
But
Trent Cole was the man.
I like Brandon Graham. I like Trent Cole too, but Brandon Graham, my man.
I mean, BG, my man too, but Trent Cole was a whole beast.
I know Trent Cole. I know.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah. BG is Trent. Let me see. Yeah, BG is Trent Cole. Wait, Trent Cole is BG for whatever it is. Hey, I got him behind Trent Cole, man.
Yeah, I have to agree with that. You got to be behind.
But,
Trent.
man,
And then Trent Cole. Didn't he also tear his Achilles? Trent Cole.
I do believe.
I believe so. Yeah.
I think so too.
Yeah.
So I mean, look, let's go.
But Brandon Graham's my man, and he basically saved us from the comeback on that Super Bowl, man. That strip set fumble, man. Like, oh my God. And then he had one. I think he had one. When you remember, bro, when you were saying that your channel switched to the Cowboys game, he had a strip sack there too. Strip sack fumble.
The biggest sack he had this year was against the Colts. Against the Colts, when they was marching down, they needed a field goal to win the game. Agreed. And that sack pushed them so far back, it was basically over then. Like, this dude is always right on time. He's like, God, he's on time. You know what I mean? He's right on time. When we need a big play, Brandon Graham is the guy. Like, he's literally the guy. The smallest one on the defensive line, but, man, that dude got the biggest heart.
Facts, man.
Agreed.
But we do got a game to go into, game against the Giants, man. But before I do that, man, I do want to put this up that we clinched a playoff berth, even though it's not big to us because we want a lot more, but it's big to the city of Philadelphia that, you know, our boys is in the playoffs and all the hard work put in is being displayed, man. What do y'all think about us clinching before we get to the next topic?
No, I already knew that was going to happen.
Yeah, it was obvious once we started 7-1 and all this stuff. But the biggest thing, 5 out of 6. 5 out of 6 years, the Philadelphia Eagles been in the playoffs. I don't know a lot of other teams that can say that. 5 out of 6. You're talking about like consistency, like a team. No matter how they start or whatever, they always gonna be there at the end. And that's what I like about the Philadelphia Eagles. Players, fan, I mean, they model after the city of Philadelphia. Blue collar, hardworking, never give up. So 5 out of 6 years, man, that's impressive, especially from Dougie P to Nick Sirianni, from Carson Wentz to Jalen Hurts, all the intertwining between. 5 out of 6 years making the playoffs. And look, that's all you could ask for, man, is to be in the dance. And it's like automatic now. Like every year, it's automatic that the Philadelphia Eagles will be in the playoffs at this point.
Okay. Cool. You got anything?
I just want to say when he said Carson Wentz, I cringed inside. I gotta get that out of the way first. Mentally
I want to say,
guy, man.
Shout out to Ivan.
Wait,
what's going on, Ivan?
Wait, what you say?
Ewing. Hold on.
I'll tell you,
Cole.
Right.
Come on, Cole.
I was saying Carson Wentz is a soft guy, man. He's a soft, mentally soft guy.
Damn sure is, man.
He reminds me a lot of Ben Simmons.
Is it Jalen Hurts of the team? All of the above. I want y'all to know all of the above.
We're getting into that.
Let's hang on 1 minute.
We're going
we
into
got
it.
you. You may not like what you hear, but we got you.
Yep.
I would say, man, for me, man, we do it. Like the Giants did not really have a chance because they're bereft their wide receiver. They had a lot of injuries, and you're playing a team who's already that's already disrespected all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of people, they get mad and they say, "Oh, you know, they don't get the Eagles respect, and I don't appreciate that, and we earn more respect." No. Nobody likes us, and we don't care. So keep not liking us. Don't start liking us. Keep not liking us. Doubt us until the end. That's what we want. So please be who you need to be for us. Thank you.
I want to get into the good about the Giants game first. Who want to start it off?
The good is we won.
22? I mean, let's move on. 40-22, whatever it is. I mean, there's nothing else to go over. Yeah, Miles Sanders got his 1K. Congrats to Miles Sanders. You know, AJ Brown got his 1K. Congrats to AJ Brown. Mm-hmm. But besides that, the Eagles lead the NFL in sacks. You know, back-to-back games with 6+ sacks. But there's nothing to go about. I mean, hey, they're the Giants, man. I knew that they were frauds from the jump to begin with. I never was scared of the Giants. Not fair, respect, yes. Like you respect your opponent, but I never was fair of the Giants. You know, I had the Eagles winning this game 31-18.
Right. Anybody else?
It was all good. I mean, this is probably one of the best games we played since maybe we played Minnesota. So, I mean, we actually went in there and handled business on both sides of the ball. And it really wasn't too much to complain about, period. Like, so.
Yeah.
Cool.
We won. You know what I'm saying? we getting to go. Hey, that's really all we need to talk about.
My good is that even when the injuries came about, you know, we still prevailed to the point where nothing, like we did not miss a beat They scored their last touchdown in garbage time to the point where I had it 34 to 17. But it is what it is. I just think that um, this Eagles team is too hard to beat. It's too hard to beat, man, especially if everything is clicking. So you got to take an element away from us to make it a game. And even though, so forth the Commanders game, you look back at the Commander game, that was a winnable game, even though we had a lot of mental mistakes or a lot of missed calls or anything like that you call it, but it was still a winnable game. It's so hard to beat this Eagles team, man. So that's a good for me to the point where I already knew that we was going to win the game, but not like that though. Almost 50 points. I was trying to play it safe with the 34, but it is what it is, man. Anybody got a bad about this game?
I have no bad, no ugly to say some time, and you know what I mean. So this game was as perfect of a game, that the Philadelphia Eagles could have played on all three phases. So I don't have nothing to really complain about.
Anybody else?
I'll say the only bad for me is that Smitty still needs 225, so he can get a stack this year too. That's the only bad.
Okay.
He asked you a question, bro. I don't know what I don't know what's going on.
But you drop whatever you want, man, and just be respectful, Richie.
Facts. Nothing from you, Eagle Diva?
No, it wasn't no bad. That was perfect game.
Yeah. Let's go into the next topic then. What do you guys think about this, man? Let me put this up real quick though before we start, man. Jalen Hurts with 10 rushing touchdowns, Miles with 10 rushing touchdowns, AJ Brown with 10 receiving touchdowns. But they also got 1K each, Miles Sanders and AJ. What do you guys think about that? Do you think that it's more of the players, or do you think that our MVP put them in a good position to get to where they needed to go?
I think it's the players. I mean, it reminds me of McCoy and Jeremy Maclin. You know what I'm saying? And I think it's the players. I mean, Jalen Hurts has a lot to do with it, but as far as Miles Sanders really getting down to the nitty gritty, and we seeing the Miles Sanders that we saw when he was in college, that has a lot to do with him putting in the work and being really what we needed him to be and churning them legs. And he keeps churning those legs. At first, he wasn't really churning. He would dance a lot and jig and juke, but now he really go down the field and he hit them plays, hit them holes, and then, he do what he got to do. So really, I think it's the players, but Jalen Hurts does have a lot to do with it. Just his leadership, I think, altogether makes them better.
Any other thoughts, fellas?
I mean, look, right? It's got to be a little bit of Hurts and what he's doing. You know what I'm saying? As far as the pinpoint, precise passing, putting them in positions to get the yak, to catch the ball and still be able to make plays, and not just putting them out on the string. He's delivering the ball in places where the receiver gets it or no one gets it 95% of the time, so that even if you can't make a play, no one else can make a play on the ball. And also, he's not putting them out on strings. He's not putting them out there, making them have to reach, grab, go up, and put themselves in position to be injured. So it's a little bit of both. You got to have the talent, but you also have to have the guy with the arm and the knowledge and the intelligence to get them the ball in the right places.
Look, I'm going to go a different way, right? I'm going to go it's a mission, man. It's a mission. This team is on a mission. Every individual is on a prove it type of mission this year, and the whole team, even from Nick Sirianni, when he got hired, Jalen Hurts still, he came in with a mission, to improve with his accuracy, to be as best as, the best that he can be. Miles Sanders never got 1K in his whole career. He was on a mission to get that 1K, to stay healthy, to get double-digit touchdowns. That happened. AJ Brown, man, the whole Tennessee Titans did not want him. He's on a mission to prove, that organization wrong, which they got that GM fired. So I think every player on this team is on a mission. Fletcher Cox, man, his last year, so I could go on and on and on. So overall, Yes, it's the players, it's the coaches. I mean, Jonathan Gannon possibly coaching for a head coaching job. A Shane Steichen. Like it's like everybody is on a mission, but they are coming together and making it happen on the field, and that's why we're 12-1.
Everybody's playing together, man. AJ Brown. Speaking of AJ Brown, first things first. He's on record of breaking his own career record. Basically, look at this. So basically, all he needs is basically 55 yards, a touchdown, and he's going to get more receptions in these last 4 games. So
yeah, absolutely.
He's gonna get that.
That's what I'm saying. He has the potential to break his own career stats. Miles Sanders, I'm just happy for him, man, because a lot of people counted him out because he got injured so much. But I'm like, a healthy Miles Sanders, you seen what he did majority of the season last season before he got hurt. He was averaging 5.5 yards per carry. I'm just happy for him that he shut up everybody. So now it gives Howie some type of time to think like, hey, we need to get this guy going, man, because we can't sit up there and find this out on the street. We got to build that. Are we in a position to build that up? And then you don't want to mess up that chemistry with Jalen Hurts and Miles Sanders. And speaking of Jalen Hurts mindset has this team focused. The team is saying, "Oh, we're undefeated." At one point, we were undefeated, and then it was like, "Oh, we got this, we got the game balls and things like that." But he's been focused the whole time to the point where we are focused on the Bears. We're not focused on any outside noise, things like that. So, I would say it's more on the leadership of Jalen Hurts because these players all say that they want to play for him. The offensive line says they want to block for him. They want to do certain things. If Jalen Hurts has the ball, and this is another key, if Jalen Hurts has the ball and he's doing an RPO, they are more concerned, and that's just realistic, of him running the ball than Miles Sanders running the ball. So if Miles Sanders get those yards, or if it's drawn up for him, then you got to worry about Jason Kelce. He's following Jason Kelce the whole time. And when he follows him, good things happen. So it's all a collective, but it starts with the leadership of Jalen Hurts on why. But AJ Brown, man, AJ Brown has been a big factor on this offense. But majority of that is only due to, honestly, Dallas Goedert being one of the best tight ends in the game, and he's opened it up for everybody. But these past couple weeks, they've been holding it down, and that's all thanks to just good game planning from Shane Steichen. We got to give him his flowers. So that's all I got to say about that. But
look, hey, Miles Sanders don't get 1K without Jalen Hurts. Like this whole thing starts with Jalen Hurts. Right. Like, period. Like he is the head of the snake. Like, so Miles Sanders do not get 1K. The Eagles are not number 2 in rushing. The Eagles are not number 1 in time of possession. Like all these guys, Smitty and AJ Brown, they would not get 1K. Like all these things are happening because of one guy, and that's why, in my opinion, Jalen Hurts is an MVP. You put any quarterback on this team, we're not 12-1, especially in the beginning of the year when he had to escape the pocket. We would have lost to the Detroit Lions, okay? We would have lost to the Detroit Lions without Jalen Hurts. So it starts from him, and and it goes to everybody else. But definitely, Jalen Hurts is the reason why we're 12-1. Is the reason why all these things are happening.
Bro, that's a great segue. Oh, you got
minutes. If 60 minutes was a face, Jalen Hurts is it. Because my man does not smile. Everybody's be over there laughing, and that boy be focused. You hear me? So if 60 minutes was a face, Jalen Hurts all day.
That is a great segue, man, because that's the next topic. And I hope Cole's Cowboy is in the chat still. So look at these fools, right? Look at these fools. First of all, let me just give y'all a synopsis because I did do this on my video. On my channel. Basically, I made a video about this situation. Von Miller is from Dallas, right? And Michael Parsons plays for Dallas, but he's from Harrisburg, PA. He did play for Penn State. Great player. Don't get me wrong, great player. But I'm gonna start here. Do y'all think that was pure hatred, or do y'all think that he was trying to fuel the upcoming matchup?
I think it's just. Go ahead.
I just think he mad he's not an Eagle. I mean, my thing is, how are you still running your mouth when we played y'all? What did you do? You didn't stop Devontae. You didn't stop Jalen Hurts. You ain't stop AJ Brown. You ain't stop Dallas Goedert. I mean, I can keep going. Like, so why are you even talking about, is it Jalen Hurts, is the team? It's all of the above, like we just spoke about. It's all of the above. It's not one player or this player or the offense, the defense. It's everybody.
Facts. Guys? Anyone?
I'm going to let my man go first. Go ahead, bro.
All right, JC.
Look, I think it is pure jealousy. All right. I think that Micah Parsons is jealous of the Philadelphia Eagles as a whole. One, they got a better record than the Dallas Cowboys. Two, that they on the verge of winning the NFC East. Three, Jalen Hurts is on the verge of doing something that his quarterback probably would never do, win an MVP. So, I mean, all this is fueling Micah Parsons. And look, he's a PA fan, okay? Like, he's at Phillies game, Sixers game, all this stuff. It's pure jealousy at this point. And I'm glad because I think that the Philadelphia Eagles needed some extra motivation. Yes, we're 12-1. We got the Bears coming up, but I guarantee you, now there's some extra motivation to December 24th. Yeah, they're just gonna go at it, and I can't wait. I cannot wait for that matchup.
Cool.
So, I have a couple of questions for Michael Parsons that I'm gonna start off with. Are you really as good as you're playing? Or is it that you were put in a specific position on a specific defense that highlights the skills that you have that aren't really either position, but really a hybrid position? And did you or did you not have a chance to play a full game against said Jalen Hurts? And all we did was wait until you did your ubiquitous rushes that you do all the time, and we just threw the ball where you should have been if you were actually dropping back in coverage, which I hardly ever see you do, and made big play after big play. Now, was that because you had the backup quarterback plan, or was that because we used your aggressiveness against you and you never adapted to it, you or your defensive coordinator? So I want to ask you that question. I also want to ask you, does or does not your quarterback, 6 years in the league, has he ever been an MVP candidate? Has he not had great receivers? Has he not had one of the better tight ends in the league? Does he not have 2 to 3 really good tight ends now, decent wide receivers, and 2 real quality running backs, one of which catches a lot of passes out of the backfield? Why is he never an MVP candidate? Since we want to talk about, is it Hurts to the team? Is it Dak? Or is it a team? Is the reason why he's not at that level? Is it your coaching? Why he's not at that level? Is it your inability to actually play linebacker or even have to play like that hybrid position? Being an Achilles, why you're not better than you are against the run? So maybe you can answer those questions for me, since you want to ask, is it Hurts to the team? And why do you always have the Eagles in your mind and in your mouth? What's going on? That's all I have to say.
That loss at the link really grind their gears, man. DeMarcus Lawrence looked like a damn fool when he tried to sack Hurts and Hurts put that move on him. That's number one. Michael Parsons looked like a damn fool until we had an injury on the O-line. And then as soon as that O-lineman went out, that's when he started to try to get his numbers and stuff like that, but it's already too late. He made look like a fool. I remember one play, Jalen Hurts was running with the ball, and he didn't know if he to go after Jalen Hurts or to try to get AJ for the touchdown. And basically, he made the wrong decision. He made him look stupid, and he did not like that one bit. So now he's just adding fuel to the fire because, like I said earlier, the Eagles play for Jalen Hurts. Everybody comes into as a collective. This is why we're 12-1. So with that being said, everybody heard it by now. Nick Sirianni got on the press conference earlier and said he's not worried about that. He'll hear it when he hear it. I know he already heard it. So I already know what the game plan is going to be because they think they're going to come with the same game plan that we had at the link. That's not what's going to happen. We're going to have counters for that. And they're not going to even be able to stop the run. They're not going to be able to stop what we got going on. They're not going to be able to stop that. So Michael Parsons is a hater to me. He's hating on Jalen Hurts to the point where he just don't like the fame and everything. Not the fame, but the publicity that he's getting right now. He's trying to, because he basically said Patrick Mahomes is his MVP, which I wholeheartedly disagree, because Patrick Mahomes has interceptions, but this is not about Patrick Mahomes. This is about Michael Parsons. Michael Parsons sit up there and talk a good game, but we all know that he's a great player. He's a great player, a great young player, but would he be that if Dan Quinn wasn't a great defensive coordinator? In the NFL.
Absolutely. Look, I'm a big Penn State fan. Absolutely. Yo, Michael Parsons is a beast. I'm not gonna sit here and look, I'm not gonna go an eye for an eye, all right? Look, Michael Parsons is a beast. You know, I respect him as a player at Penn State. He was awesome. We all wish we had drafted Michael Parsons at that time. A lot of us did. A lot of us did. But what I got to ask Michael Parsons is, the past 2 games, no sacks, 7 tackles against the Colts and against the Texans. Where have you been? Worry about you playing on the field first. 2 games, 7 tackles, by the way, no sacks. So he's been stuck on 12, over 3 games now. So look, he needs to worry about himself. And I feel like he's young, like he's on a podcast. And I just think that he was lost in the moment. Like, I guarantee you, if he could walk that back, he would have walked that back and said something else. I mean, but I respect Michael Parsons for the player. He's one of the top, maybe 1, 2. Matter of fact, he was in the running for Defense Player of the Year. So, but he is good now. He is good.
I'm not saying he's not.
Been disappearing the past couple of years. You could drop him in any system. He's still going to be dominating, though.
Well, that's the thing. You're saying that, but you don't have any proof of that. All you've seen is the hybrid role that he plays at the Dallas Cowboys is where he's been good at. You haven't seen him play in another system. Now, if he goes to another system and plays well, then you're right. But if he only is playing in one system, which is all he's played in since he's been in the NFL, how can you say, he would be good in any system? You're just giving your opinion.
You could tell. Come on now. You could tell his talent. Come on, man. Yo, this dude was good in Penn State. That's a whole different system in Penn State. Went to the NFL, transitioned to the NFL. Look, I hear you, but your eye test can tell you that.
My eye test doesn't tell me what your eye test tells you. My eye test tells me he's good where he's at, and I give him that. Okay. But let me see him somewhere else before we go and try to crown him that he would be good in any system. He's great in the system he's in, but let's see him somewhere else first. That's all I'm saying.
I mean, he may not never go nowhere else. I mean, Jerry Jones may not ever let him go.
Jerry Jones is going to fire everybody eventually, so he'll play in another system eventually. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to David for the 199 super chat. Hurts has the most passing yards in first half games. Man, I didn't even know that statistic. So you taught me something. Michael Parsons, no LT, Pat Willis.
Apparently he is, man. Apparently he's the god of
Parsons is generation
players.
Mahomes is the MVP. Yeah, you right. You right, bro. He's just trolling right now, man. Patrick Willis is better. Parsons spoke his truth. Oh man, so Reddy is a Cowboys fan. Okay.
And I'm not knocking him for speaking his truth. I'm just saying when you speak your truth out into the universe, then everyone else has a chance to scrutinize your truth. And some people may not feel the same as you about your truth.
Right. Right, man. But overall, man, I just think Michael Parsons was hating right there, and he knew it. That's why he tried to backtrack, and basically say he's not trying to, get no enemies or nothing. But you already beat him, man. You know how Philly is.
I love what he said, though. I love what he said because I feel like that Dallas had actual motivation going into the 24th game, but now it's probably equal motivation, or the Philadelphia Eagles going to step it up a little bit more. Because look, Dallas is desperate. Like a desperate team, always trying to just I guess just play everything drop the kitchen sink at you. But now with his words, I think that the Philadelphia Eagles will be able to match that, if not go up one notch because of what he said.
Okay, yep. And I agree. I agree. I think that him coming out like that is going to make the Eagles play like 10 times harder than Jerry World. But, we going to get to that next week. But we do have a game this week. We play the Bears, Eagles versus the Bears, man. Like, I'm not taking this team lightly, man. They're young, they talented, they fast, they quick. They really basically don't have anything to really play for. But some news did come out, and Justin Fields did not practice Wednesday, even though it was a walkthrough. He has an illness. They say he was getting better day to day because he's had illnesses all week. So, he's feeling better every day. So, do y'all think that, that's going to cause this not to be a fair matchup?
I don't care about a fair matchup, man. Look, this is the NFL, man. Like, look, hey, whoever's healthy, you put on the field. It is what it is. All we worry about is getting home field throughout the playoffs. The Bears, I guess with Fields not feeling well, he may not be able to run for 100 yards. Man, I don't know. Like, but besides that, man, I don't see a big deal. He plays, he don't play, fair matchup or not. Man, at this point, man, the Bears have nothing to play for, man. I mean, look, if I'm the Bears, man, look, I'm sitting everybody anyway and get a higher draft pick, honest truth.
Hey, anybody else?
Not worried about this game. Wouldn't even be worried about this game if Justin Fields was playing. No. Next.
The Bears aren't equipped to handle the Philadelphia Eagles in any universe.
Yeah, they're not equipped to handle the Eagles, but at the same time, like, the Eagles do struggle with mobile quarterbacks. So that's what I'm saying. Honestly, Daniel Jones is not a mobile quarterback, but Justin Fields is. He's leading the league in rushing. So as a quarterback, so that's what I'm saying. That if they have him, then they have a little shot of making some noise. I'm not going to say win the game, but making some noise.
Could you put Red's comment up, or the last comment up? I just have a quick response to that, if you don't mind, sir.
This one?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So, yeah, we did get swept, and Dallas did, or the Arlington football team, because you really don't even play in Dallas. What the Arlington football team did was they beat us handily at the beginning of the season last year. Oh, but you have one asterisk missing from your getting swept talk. You forgot that you played our second string. But I guess it doesn't matter when you're an Arlington football fan. It's just about the result, not that you actually played the second stringers. What's going to happen this year is you're going to get swept. And when you get swept, make sure you're here, because I'm going to come back just for you, Red. You're going to get swept because Dallas sucks. How about that?
So what y'all got on the Eagles and Bears game, though? Do y'all think it's going to be a rout? Do y'all think it's going to be close? How y'all think it's going to go in Soldier Field?
I think starters are out by the fourth quarter. So I don't know how I don't think it'll be as big of a blowout, because I think the fourth quarter is going to be backups versus their starters. That's what it's going to be. Oh, Coles Cowboys, if you want to know who I am, how about you come to Eagles Elite Podcast at 8:30 p.m. and get some more work, because it'll be there for you. Arlington boy and Arlington girl. Both of y'all welcome.
The Clown Boys. That's what y'all are. Y'all
you can come on if you want to. This is gonna make it worse for you. It ain't nothing. It ain't nothing. There's nothing.
Mm-hmm. What? Eagle Diva?
I ain't worried about this game. I don't care if it's close or if it's a blowout. It's gonna be a W regardless. That's what I do know.
Yeah, I was more worried about the Giants than the Bears, because it's a divisional rivalry and we've destroyed them. The Giants had Barkley. They don't have a Barkley. The Giants have a little bit more experience as far as the wide receivers, the tight end, whatever. Look, the Bears is I don't want to say a beautiful story, because, man, they're not even a story, man. They're like a one-liner. Hey, they're here. All right, they're here. I mean, I don't have too much to say about this game, honestly. I mean, the Eagles are focused, 13 I'm saying 13-1, but they are 12-1. Even Jalen Hurts, he said it. You know what I mean? They're trying to make him take the bait. Hey, did you hear about the whole Micah Parsons? Hey, we on the Bears. That's it.
Yeah,
We're
basically.
moving to the Bears, and then we'll worry about that later. I think this team is too focused. Once again, we probably will be sitting our starters in the fourth quarter for what, 4 games this year? Like against Pittsburgh, against the Titans, against last week against the Giants. We all about being as healthy as possible and getting into the playoffs, man.
Break the noise, sir. Jesus look you. I don't know what they're talking about.
I don't know either.
What's that talking about?
Yeah, whatever.
So Ready Red,
but
can I say one thing to Ready Red? I know.
Go. You got it.
So Ready Red, we won a Super Bowl with a backup quarterback. You beat a whole team of second unit offense and defense. Don't try to compare the two. That's what Arlington football fans do. They're not the same. Nice try. Moving on.
No, they're not the same.
But so the Bears are giving up over 100 yards passing. And the Bears also suck at the run defense. So I'm not really too concerned about the game, but any given Sunday, that's what I got respect for. And I think that if we get caught slipping or if our mindset is not on this game, like Jalen or Amayada or even AJ Brown, if our mindset is not on this game, then we can actually lose focus and it could get dark. Not quick, but it could get dark. But this game is very winnable to the point where what's going on, BG? But this game is really winnable because we're the Eagles, and it's easy to go 13-1 against the Bears. Bears is not really talented at all. They got a couple years before they become a contender. But I do want to get to the final scores and predictions. And also the 3 keys. So I do want to get to that. So 3 keys to victories in your final score. I'm gonna start with Cool.
All right. So 3 keys to victory are cornerback shutting down their team, putting pressure on the quarterback, and us having the second quarters that we've been having throughout the season. Last couple of games, not so much, but throughout the season. Those are my 3 keys. The final score, I'm gonna say. The Bears are going to put up 17. The Eagles are going to put up 35.
What the Bears going to have, though?
What the Bears going to have? 17. The Bears going to put up 17. We're going to put up 35, yeah. The Bears will put up 17 because, like I said, I anticipate the fourth quarter being backups.
Okay. What about you, Eagle Diva?
I think 3 keys are good defensive scheme, good offensive scheme, mix up between running and passing, not all passing, and just be smart with the ball, no fumbling. And I'm going to take a score of 14-35.
Okay. Bro?
Yeah, hey, look, Justin Fields. You have to watch the RPOs. Like this dude is, 900 something yards rushing. So you have to stop the RPOs. If you can stop the RPOs, hey, that's where it all starts. Like no mistakes, man. And no mistakes. This might be like a Washington type game because they could run the ball. They could run the ball with Montgomery and Herbert with Fields. So those 3 guys are capable of controlling the clock if we are making mistakes. And Jalen Hurts, man, hey, just do you. Just do you. Hey, just take what the defense give you. If they are just playing the pass, run the ball. Just do you. Do your MVP self. And I see this game being 40-17.
40-17. That's crazy. Okay. Man.
Another 40 burger. Okay.
Stopping Justin Fields, regardless if he's sick or not. If he's on the field, you got to stop him. David Montgomery is somebody else to watch. But they're not really great at the passing game, so you don't really have to, try to do too much in the secondary, Jonathan Gannon. But if I had to give a score prediction, I would say 40-13. I don't really think they scored multiple a couple touchdowns. I think it's going to be field goals. It's going to be a lot of 3 and outs. They're not going to really, beat themselves, whatever themselves is, if that's proper English. But at the same time, no. Like I don't see this being a real close game. Like Cool said, I think the starters is going to be subbed out in the beginning of the fourth quarter, and Minshew is going to try to work his magic to try to extend the lead. But I don't really think that this is going to be anything. And I don't like Cole saying 50 burger because I think he's trying to put some bad juju on us. So we can leave that at that. But
I mean, the Philadelphia Eagles could have had multiple 50-point games. Like they just set their guys in the fourth quarter. We not about padding stats and stuff like that. So that's the only reason why.
Do.
But besides that, look, Justin Fields is 8 in rushing. Like he's out rushing Jonathan Taylor, Christian McCaffrey. So this is not, like you have to be able to stop the run. All right.
Mm-hmm.
So because of the RPO, but if we do that, man, this game should be very easy.
Man, I really hope it does. I really hope it does, man. But we're about an hour in. Like I said, it's not going to go over an hour, man. So, I want to wrap it up because I know these guys got a show to do at 8:30, Eagles Elite Podcast with Cool and Eagle Diva. Just let them know where they can find you guys at.
You can find us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and you can always find us on YouTube. Be Elite. 8:30 every Wednesday.
Yes, sir. YouTube.com/@Eagles Elite Podcast. We'll see y'all there. Some of y'all might have the courage to come on. Yield Green.
Cole, get on there, man.
I will
get on there, man.
On there, Yield Green, but make sure if you come on that you use proper sentences so we know what you're talking about. Appreciate that.
And Red too. Red got to go on there too, man. Bro, what do you got going on right now, man? This week, later on this week.
Look, I'm on Twitter hard. You know what I mean? Yo, I'm on the edge. Look, if you're watching, man, tomorrow is the last day to go out and vote these guys in the Pro Bowl. All right, just because we're gonna be in the Super Bowl, that doesn't mean they cannot have a Pro Bowl on their resume. All right, so go out and reward these guys, man. And go vote, Pro Bowl vote. Tomorrow it counts as double. Retweet their name, hashtag Pro Bowl vote. Because these guys deserve it, man. But definitely, man, hey, check me out, man. I'm going to do the play-by-play on Sunday, of course, and I might do a Friday night light. You know what I mean? A Friday night light live, man. Drop the link. Anybody could come on and talk to Shiza, man. You know what I mean? Yo, I might go back to the fan appreciation night, man. But besides that, man, I ain't nothing else.
Man, like me, man, I don't just do Eagles. I do Sixers, even though they suck right now. Even though they've been on a 3-game winning streak, I do Sixers too. But you could just catch me on King DV Sports on Twitter, King DV Sport on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. I do TikTok to try to funnel some followers there. But anyway, I just like
is there links? And real quick, because Red wants their link.
Crap,
so,
I ain't got the link real quick.
Drop that link so Ready Red could go in there and talk his Shiza.
Let's go.
We're ready.
But yeah, go ahead, y'all.
Man.
I'm gonna drop the link. Man, as soon as we get out of here, man. But
well, you can find me several other places throughout the week, because it's not really a game. On Friday nights, Play Color Sports Talk, 7 p.m. EST. Mm-hmm. playcolorsportstalk.com/live. Normally on Tuesday nights, this week on Friday night, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. NFL Matchup Madness, every matchup every week. You can also find me Saturday nights, the NFC Beast podcast. That's also shown on the Eagles Elite podcast channel. And then this week I won't be able to do it, but most weeks I do for my network, Sports Empire Network. Shout out to Sports Empire Network. The And One podcast on Friday nights, normally at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So who am I? I'm somebody you should be watching. That's the answer to that question.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir, man. But I'm going to let these guys get out of here because they got a show to do and they got to get ready, go prep and whatever like that. I appreciate y'all guys for coming on, man. Just like y'all had me on y'all channel, man. But as always, bro, as always, go Birds with me.
Go Birds. Fly Eagles
Fly. Fly Eagles Fly.